in a private sitting room and, without a hint of judgment in her eyes, listened to Anna's request. She desired to spend a night with a lover before her looming 30th birthday. Life was passing her by, and she wanted something for herself. She was proud that she'd taken this much control over her situation, but now that she was observing the men in the room, the composure she'd spent years perfecting was but a fragile shell around her. According to the Madame, a nobleman, Lord Elton, was to marry in a week and had brought along his friends to celebrate. What might Elton's fiancée think if she were to see her betrothed now? No one yet had noticed her or the Madame, and she had a chance to observe the room's occupants. Half a dozen men were drinking, laughing, and enjoying the charms of the demi-mondes who strolled about the room. Each of the women was beautiful, one blonde, one brunette, and one red-haired. The blonde trailed her fingertips across the shoulders of a man's jacket and leaned forward to whisper something in his ear. From his wide grin, he appeared quite receptive to whatever she'd suggested. The brunette bent low as she served a gentleman a tumbler of whiskey. The tops of her rouged nipples revealed to his hungry gaze. The red-haired courtesan sat on a man's lap and wrapped an arm around his neck as he slipped a finger inside her bodice to fondle a breast. Her eyes slid half-closed, and she sighed as if enjoying each stroke. "Oh, my God!" "As I told you when you first came to me, a clever woman holds much power," Madame said. Power. It was something Anna had never had in life. If anything, she'd struggled simply to survive. Her downward spiral had begun after her mother's death. Her grief-stricken father, a baron, had gambled away the family home to an unscrupulous peer. The tuition needed for her younger brother's schooling and her own dowry. The fickle men of the beau monde had quickly turned their attention elsewhere once they learned her father had gambled most everything away. Then her father committed the ultimate betrayal by taking his own life, leaving Anna to pick up the pieces. The scandal had ruined the family name. Any lingering hopes Anna had of marriage and a future were lost. In the 10 years since, she'd changed her name, her identity, her very essence to obtain employment and survive. No longer Miss Anahit Woodbridge, daughter of an English baron and a wealthy Middle Eastern woman, she was now Anna Gardner, a companion to society's daughters. Her employment as a chaperone was not exciting, but it was an honest living. It also allowed her to provide additional funds for her younger brother, Adam. She'd sold her mother's jewels to pay for his boarding school, but she regularly sent the school all additional income she could spare. Adam was only 15 years old and still needed clothes, shoes, books, and everything else growing boys required. "As promised, your identity will be kept secret," Madame Crescent said. Anna reached up to touch the half-mask. Madame had given her the scarlet dress and mask and had advised her, in a detailed and crude manner, how the girls that worked here prevented unwanted pregnancies. As for the other women in the room, Anna was aware of all her differences. She had grown to look more like her Middle Eastern mother than her English father. Her thick, oftentimes unruly hair was vastly different from the fine hair of many English ladies. Their chignons and buns were shiny and smooth, while her dark curls battled her efforts to tame them. The frequent rain and humidity in London caused stray wisps of curls to spring free of even her tightest buns. She was also conscious of the way her skin easily bronzed beneath the summer sun, but she'd